Ah, baby, it's almost here. I can almost taste it. Hello, humans, and welcome to Atlas Mega 10 Mondays. It's that time again when we discuss all things Atlas and all things Shin Megami Tensei and everything else in between in the Atlas universe. So sit back, relax, and let's see what we're going to talk about today in the Atlas Mega 10 universe. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. On today's episode... Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Well guys, I think it's finally here. I can smell it. I can taste it. But don't fear, this is not clickbait. I actually came to this conclusion by deductive reasoning. Yes, like the old Sherlock Holmes. I put pieces of this puzzle together little by little. Now, like many of you, I bought my Switch with the hopes of playing Shin Megami Tensei right away. Right? This is back in 2017. We were all gung-ho. I bought it right away because I thought I was going to get it right away and I was just going to play it. And boy, was I wrong. You know, and this game really hasn't been in production until 2019, early 2019. And one of the reasons it's taking such a long time, and I don't know if you guys remember an old Destructoid report article that Yamai actually spoke of and said, well, you know, basically the reason this is taking a while is because the detail of the demons is going to be 3 times as much as any previous game. So they're really going to use the full potential of the console, of the Switch in this case, to really develop these demons, you know, and make the game specifically about the demons, as opposed to, you know, Persona, where the game is really focused on, you know, the narrative and the story and social interaction, things like that. So they really want to make it a Shin Megami Tensei game. However, they need to open it up a little bit because they do need Persona fans to come over. Now, I'm well aware of the divide in the fandoms, you know, just as much as anybody. But we have to be, you know, factual and reasonable. This game has to sell well, it has to be a great game, and it has to bring in new eyeballs to it. We need more fans if this series is going to survive, and that's just, you know, that's just the way it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles, and we have to accept that. Are we going to get everything we want? Probably not. But it is going to be a Shin Megami Tensei game, you know, and hopefully it'll be something that we all enjoy and it's able to bring in a new audience. But now, getting to the details, why I think this is going to happen now. Well, as you guys know, Sega owns Atlas, and Sega is doing all the hiring for Atlas now. And now, what is Sega hiring for? They're hiring for people with experience in physical games. Is it going to be for Sega? No, of course not. What, you can name me one Sega game that requires heavy physical marketing? You can't think of any right off the bat. We don't need to do Sonic right now. The movie's already out. That's already done. There's only 2 games that Sega is promoting coming in 2020. One of them is Yakuza Like a Dragon. Is that a big physical game? I don't think so. Even, you know, it's not like it's going to get a lot of special editions or what have you, and any bonus in a special edition, it probably has to do with content rather than, you know, physical anything. The other game they have coming up is Troy, A Total War, and that's a PC download. So it's not for Sega. The new people that are coming in are for Atlas. And specifically, the people that are coming in have to have, okay, on their sales team, they have to have both physical and digital experience. So this is not for cell phone games, this is not for any of that, all right? Now, some of you might be thinking, well, you know, probably it's because they need help with Persona 5 Scramble. Now, I need to remind you, and that, you know, for that, Koei Tecmo is going to do all the heavy lifting marketing. right? So it's being co-developed with Atlas, but the marketing and a lot of the money spent in that is going to be and labor specifically is going to be done through Koei Tecmo. It's not going to be done through Sega or Atlas. So what game would Atlas need to hire new people with physical media experience for? Is it going to be for 13 Sentinels, the only game they're really promoting right now is upcoming? Of course not. Makes no sense. Nobody's lining up for 13 Sentinels. I mean, I'm not saying it's not a good game. It's not impressing me. I'll probably collect it because it's not. I don't see that game selling gangbusters specifically because of the combat system. So I don't think that's it. There's only one game that's been announced that is going to have a huge physical presence for Atlas, and that's Shin Megami Tensei 5. They're going to print money with that game when it comes to physical releases. You're not, whatever they print, whatever they make, they're going to sell. They know that, right? And if they're hiring new people, is because they think they're going to go over and above what they've done before. If they're hiring new people with physical market experience and support at this point in time, is because within 6 months they're launching a campaign, right? Could it be at Christmas? No, but I'm pretty sure that there will be an announcement coming this September. And the reason is Nintendo needs hype of all kinds, right? Sony's going to make a big presentation, a big pop, and so is Xbox. They're launching new consoles. Nintendo is not. They have to concentrate on the games, and they don't need to. The Switch is doing perfectly fine. They're blowing them out the door. You can't find enough Switches out there right now to pump out, right? So I don't think that's the case. The only logical conclusion would be that they have a huge physical game release plan that they need to hire people for. Right? Is Atlas going to put out 5 physical games at once or 2? No. You would have to be putting out multiple games in physical form in order to, justify that kind of change. Because we just haven't seen it. But if you're going to put out Shin Megami Tensei, right, and maybe within the next 6 months, maybe 8 months, you're going to put it out, then that's a different ball of wax. That would be something that makes sense to me. That would be the more logical conclusion for me, based on what they're hiring for, based on the fact that Sega's making the hiring, and it's not for them, because none of the games that they're looking at require that. And this is a new hire. They're adding to the staff. This is not somebody that left, and then, they're trying to replace. No, this is specifically for new support. So that's how I came to this conclusion. And man, it's the time of year, right? Nintendo's big show, as far as Nintendo Directs, is always in September. Remember, that's the big one. They usually make that presentation, I want to say about more than half an hour, right? Usually 30 to 40 minutes, and they give us a lot of meat on the bone in that one. A lot of releases, right? And big ones, because it's really for the holiday season. And, there's a few hints of a few Nintendo games coming out, but nothing really massive. But Shin Megami Tensei on the Nintendo Switch would be a huge deal, and something that you and I and all the other humans and demons and demon lovers out there have been waiting for. So I think, guys, this is a time. I think this is finally our time. And man, would that be such a blessing for this 2020, which in every other way has completely and utterly sucked. That would really make the year end on a high note. At least that's what I think is going to happen, what I'm hoping for. And, I have some evidence to back it up. So I hope that I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. It's just a hunch. I'm a betting man. And if I had to bet a little bit of cheddar, I would bet that this would be the time where we get an announcement on Shin Megami Tensei 5. Alright, humans, don't be afraid to be happy. Keep loving our SMT, the whole Atlas universe. And I will catch you on the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss another Atlas Mega 10 Monday. I'm your Gen X Gamer. Take care. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, never be afraid to be happy. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.